G'day and welcome to Heart of the Woods. As you can see, it's a visual novel. And I hope you punched the button because I sure have. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. It's got a save button, that's good. A winter wonderland. There's supposed to be voices. That's how this place was pitched to us, out in the middle of a forest, with an unpronounceable name. In a village that time forgot. In the email it sounded like every other ghost hunter's paradise that we get messaged about. Isolated and integrated, with a tourism board encouraging hokey effects and gaudy billboards. The vast majority of these emails go unanswered. If Tyra weren't so capricious, this one probably would have too. But no, something about journeying to the middle of nowhere for a month struck her fancy, and like always, I let myself get dragged into it. So here I am, for the last time. The train beats out a slow, monotonous rhythm beneath us. It's an older machine, the sort that looks like it's supposed to take us to a wizarding school, or that should be in a museum. And I think everyone knows what they were referring to by a wizarding school. When I bought the tickets, I thought we'd be getting on something a bit more modern. Oops. I shifted my seat, the tattered cushion and wooden boards doing little to soothe the pain in my back. You should take some aspirin, maybe. Or ibuprofen. We've been on this train for 12 hours, and I can feel every one of them in my bones. Tara's been out for the past 6. Upright but fast asleep. Reading a book. And sleep. A weird ability I do not have. If the bumpy ride bothers her, she doesn't show it. The paperback she was reading dangles low in her hand, in danger of losing a spot in the book. I scuff my feet across the floor, kicking at nothing. As tired as I am, I'm afraid for our journey to end, for Tara to wake up, to have to talk to her. Yeesh, having to talk to someone. What thing could be worse than that? I can imagine a situation where I'd be in that I'll have to actually talk to someone. I'm almost offended that she can sleep. How dare she? How dare someone else sleep when I can't sleep? What nerve? She should be as preoccupied as I am, fighting off intrusive thoughts and wondering what to say. She seems to be saying a lot. I wouldn't know from looking at her that we've barely spoken for 3 days. That's how long ago I told her that this would be our last trip for the show together, and that I was quitting once we get back home. Everything since then, packing, booking our tickets, finding someone to take care of the cat while we're gone, happened in a blur. We've been cordial, but that's it. My heart hurts, but it tells me I made the right decision. Yes, pats you on the head and says good job. Yawning, I lean back against my seat and pretend it's comfortable. It's all an act. The cushions are unnoticeable, nearly as firm as the wooden floor beneath us. A heater in the corner hems and haws like an old man, but it's not nearly powerful enough to fight off the chill. I desperately wish that I could sleep, too. But one of us needs to be awake when we get to the station, and that should be any minute now. Plus, I've never been able to fall asleep on planes or trains anyway, so why am I even bringing this up? My eyes are sore, and I rub one of them as I press my cheek to the cold window. It is cold. Outside, it may as well be another world compared to the city we left behind. If not for the moonlight, I wouldn't be able to see anything, but the soft white glow makes the snow and nearby forest glisten, like it's under some sorceress spell. Expelliarmus. a winter wonderland. That will kill you. The trees are all bare, save for the blanket of snow that covers them. Their empty branches look like something out of a kid's Halloween movie, shaking in the wind as if possessed. At least you got snow. When I went overseas years back for a white Christmas, it was green. They seem to stretch on forever, farther than I can even see. It's more like an ocean than a forest. Morgan certainly wasn't exaggerating when she said this place was remote. Intermittent lights flicker amongst the trees, hoping that it doesn't trigger epilepsy. In the distance, darkness, which I assume come from either winter campers or hermits. Let's go with hermits. I'd call them crazy. I just did. But I'm about to be in the exact same position. As I am. Something catches my eye. Can I have it back, please? I need it to see. Way out in the woods, one of the trees barely visible seems to shake in a different way than the rest. It is cold, it needs a rug to warm up. As if blown by a different breeze. A thin layer of frost is beginning to form on the outside of the window as I push my face against it. It's now compressed significantly. Turning to try and find whatever it was I saw. It's gone though. It was almost certainly never even there to begin with, so what am I talking about? I don't know, but I love it. Either my eyes were playing tricks on me, or the moonlight was, or maybe the moonlight was playing tricks on your eyes. I sigh and sit back again, allowing my eyes to barely close, and then I open them again, because I blink, because I'm human. I won't fall asleep, I'll I'm jostled back into earnest. Holy shit! As the train lurches harder than before. Are we going to crash? Something exciting going to happen? There's a noise. There's a shrill whistling sound. I think it's death. I think it's coming for me. And then the shadows of the train grow stronger as we begin to slow down. The driver hits the brakes. Whack! We're almost there. Across from me, Tara is undisturbed. Somehow she still hasn't dropped her book. What sorcery is this? Apparently she's less clumsy when she's asleep. Also, she's a klutz. Through the forested window, I can see the lights of what must be Eisenfeld as we approach the station. There are few and far between, like scattered stars. We will burn. The buildings appear to be placed sporadically, nestled on and around a hill. They're going to fall. As we round a bend, the village goes out of sight once more. Bye, village. I can't really put this off any longer. I lean over and shake Tara's shoulder. Wake up!
Hey, wake up. We're almost there.
Where's there? Without opening her eyes... Oh yeah, did you notice how she just lurched? Just snapped her neck. Without opening her eyes, Tara mumbles a response.
How close is almost?
Who knows, are we in kilometers or miles? Seriously.
I don't know. Couple minutes?
How long's a couple of minutes?
Okay, I'm getting up.
Don't push yourself, you can sit there for a bit longer, and it's not like I'm asking too much of you, hopefully, you know. She isn't getting up. Of course.
I mean it. If you sleep through the stop, we're just going to...
I'm up, Matt.
If you sleep, I'm awake. I was never asleep to begin with. She finally opens her eyes. I cut off the end of my sentence, not sure if I was serious or not. We'll never know. We're not even there yet, and we're already snappy. Good start. God, I wish I could sleep, just a little longer. I tell myself. Yes, self, sleep.
You excited?
Do I look excited? Do you see the excitement plastered all over my face? I just exude excitement. I just cannot get enough of it, as you say.
Little bit.
Lie. You do not speak the truth.
You?
Kinda nervous still.
Is she asleep again?
What is there to be nervous about? We've done this 1,000 times.
Have you? How did it
Yeah,
count?
well, this isn't like those other 1,000 times.
There's other 1,000 times?
And you know that.
She shrugs again, not meeting my eyes.
I don't know, Maddie. I'm sorry. Let's chill.
Chill. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
We lapsed into silence. At least when she was asleep, it wasn't awkward. I just want off this train. I want to be distracted by going to the cabin and taking in the new sights. Any minute now.
Hey, listen.
Yeah?
I know you're, like, not super thrilled to be here.
How could you tell? No, I mean, how could you tell? Was it that obvious? She pauses, likely hoping for me to disagree. I don't. I put her in an awkward situation because that's the kind of friend I am.
But let's just be cool, okay? Let's just try and have a good time.
A good time, yes, that's right. We'll have a good time. I breathe a deep sigh and let it out slowly. The last wisps of oxygen leaving my lungs as I suffocate and die. She's right. I'm committed to this trip. I can at least make it easy on myself.
Yeah, okay. Sorry for getting bitchy. I'm tired.
I feel ya. Hey, how do I look?
I know I can't see you fully.
Like you just slept for 6 hours on a train.
That bad, huh?
She messes with her hair in some attempt to improve its state. It's in a state. The results are unnoticeable at best. Good try, E for effort.
Hopefully it's good enough for Morgan...
Freeman? I can't do his voice, I'm not gonna try.
Fisher.
Oh, Fisher. Starts with an F.
Morgan Fisher.
Now I can only picture Morgan Freeman they're talking about.
If she's meeting her online hero or whatever, then I doubt she'll care that your hair's a mess.
You never know.
God, I hope not. I don't want to end up on some fashion faux pas vid.
Too late.
For real though, if she's super fangirly, then let's just let her get it out of her system and hopefully she won't make things weird later.
Things are totally going to get weird later, aren't they?
Making things get weird later is kind of our specialty, though.
Predicted it.
Yeah, true. But hey, it got us to 250,000 subs, so like, we must have been doing something right.
Maybe? Why are you asking me? I just nod. I'm not part of this conversation. I'm just acting like I'm there. I still can't help but fixate on how everything she says is past tense. It's over after this. It's fully my decision. All I have to do is to say the words. Okay. And things will go back to normal. I doubt Tara would ever bring it up again if I asked her not to. Are you gonna bring it up? It'd be so easy. But we just went pan to black. Transition to black. Heart of the woods, and there's buildings, and they're all alight. We step off the train and into another world. Hello, beautiful world. I am human. Don't kill me. A frigid wind saps the heat from my body almost immediately. It feels like I'm dying. As if it had been waiting until we arrived to pelt us until our skin felt like it was burning. Maybe that was its intent all along. I instinctively wrap my arms around myself to try to preserve what little body heat I have left. But it's no good. I'll say goodbye now. But it doesn't change a thing. I might as well not even be wearing a coat for all the good mine does. Maybe you need an extra coat. As nice as it is to have the moon keeping things from being completely pitch black, I could really go for some cloud cover right about now. Anything to keep some warmth around us. You could hug it up. Body temperature, body heat. Tara doesn't even notice the cold. Armed with nothing but her signature jacket, she seems immune to the chill, as though she's another creature altogether. She oohs and ahs all over the rustic train platform, like there might be a ghost hiding in the rafters. Or maybe it was a spirit. Just a minute later, the train rumbles off into the night, leaving us behind, not a single passenger boarded. All alone. Tara watches it go, nodding in approval. By train, you've been deemed worthy.
Okay, this place is already killing it in terms of atmosphere.
It's like she's completely forgotten the uncomfortable energy that had filled the train back to her usual overly excited self. Is she bipolar? I should probably be bitter, but instead I can't help feeling jealous of how she can just shake it off. Some people are like that. You get used to it. She has a little pocket camera that she's been carrying with her, and she uses it to take a few pictures of the inky blackness surrounding us. Maybe she'll catch a ghost. I glance upward at the lights which hang from the ceiling. They're hanging rather well. They dangle in the breeze, almost as though they're going to drop and kill on us. We're having good times. They're small candles, so they'll burn you slowly. Lit with real flame, as opposed to electric. One of them has blown out and swings uselessly in the breeze. Useless candle. Work harder. They're about as ineffective at keeping away the darkness as my coat is at keeping me warm. And that's really ineffective. The low light will surely ruin Tyra's photo, but she's snapping away without care. Ka-chink.
You know none of those are actually going to be visible, right?
Yeah, Tara. She ignores me. I should probably just let her enjoy the moment. Yeah, let her be happy.
This place really does feel super eerie. Listen.
Listen. I don't hear anything. I do when it soon becomes apparent what she's referring to. The silence all around us. It's quite quiet. Even the sound of the train has faded, leaving us in total solitude. We are alone. There's no one else here. We can be picked off at any second. Oh, I'm positive. The flickering lights of Einsfeld seem impossibly far away, though I know it can't be more than half an hour's walk.
It's so quiet. Isn't that cool? We're definitely not in Kansas anymore.
Okay, Dorothy.
That's one way to put it.
I strain my eyes and ears looking for any hint of Morgan Freeman, who's supposed to be picking us up. You'd think the sound of a car's engine would carry pretty far out here, but nope, we don't hear a thing. I think we're deaf now.
For real though, I think this could be the place where we finally get some hard evidence. Something solid.
Well, you probably need to open your eyes first. She says this every time, but she usually sounds like she means it more.
Just look at it. Something's gotta be out there. I can feel it.
Well, if you can feel it, go grab it. We both look off towards the trees. One seems to be moving. That's rather strange. Trees don't have legs. What am I looking at? What am I talking about? I have no idea. It was difficult to see where they ended. Here on the platform, it's impossible. My expectations aren't any higher than usual, though, which is to say, non-existent. I wonder if Tara really believes what she's saying either. I'd say not. She's probably just saying that to make her feel happy. When she speaks again, her voice is quiet.
That would be the perfect send-off, wouldn't it?
Sorry, I trailed off. Her words sting. Damn it, not here, not already. Do it later, when you can stab me in the back. I want to try and deflect away from this somehow to set her back on a path. Let her enjoy this moment without me spoiling it. Is that a ghost?
Who knows? Maybe this will be the one that finally gets you a con panel so you don't have to crash someone else's.
That was one time, and their panel would have sucked without me.
That's you saying it, not me. Her voice has an edge of a typical bravado again. It's a relief to hear. Bravado, avocado. Do I can think that rhymes? She turns to a camera, and I give myself a moment to try and take in my surroundings. I'll take this plank of wood, I'll take this tree, I'm super strong, I can rip anything out of the woods. I'll take these leaves off the tree, I'll eat them, I'll lick the snow, I'll get hypothermia. Good times. Supernatural or not, there's something oddly serene about this place. That said, I'd like it a lot more if it wasn't so damn cold. Do jumping jacks. I shiver and cross my arms even tighter. Surely Morgan will be here soon.
I can't wait to see the village tomorrow. I hope it's like one of those museum exhibits with the little replica towns and people.
What, so you can trot on them like Godzilla?
In what way?
The way I just said.
Like, architecturally.
Sure, we'll go with that. She sounds out the word slowly.
All rustic and old-timey.
I can't imagine that it'll be that different from home. They've got to be modern enough for Morgan to watch Paranormal after all.
No idea what that is.
If you're expecting people to be walking around in monocles and waistcoats, you're gonna be disappointed.
But I'll have you know, I have a double-breasted frock coat, a bowler's hat, a silk puff tie, leather gloves, leather boots, and a few other odds and ends. Right from the 1890s, except they're not, but they just look like it.
Here I thought I'd finally get a chance to show off how amazing I'd look in a top hat.
I've got one of those too.
I'm sure you'd be the Tina heartthrob of the Victorian era.
Yes, just put the whole laugh track there. She gives me a brief snort of amusement. Her responses feel more muted than usual, but the fact that we're still able to banter is a good sign. Yes. I'm glad that I can cheer her up, even if I was the cause of her low mood in the first place. However, after a moment she looks back at me. Ugh. Her expression is serious for once. Who are you and what have you done with the real Tara?
Okay, so about Morgan. Like I said before, let's give her a chance to get all the excitement out of the way first. We should be nice and friendly, but let's try to keep it professional.
I never thought I'd hear you, of all people, say that.
Yeah, totally right. I find myself flashing back to all the unprofessional situations I've had to extricate Tara from, ranging from bad one-night stands to actual police custody, you know, the usual. There are a lot of ways I could describe Tara, but professionally, it's definitely not one of them.
Hey, I usually make a good first impression.
You do?
It's just the second impression and beyond that you've got to watch out for.
No. I laugh out loud at that, and I catch her smoking before she looks away. She can play it cool all she wants, because it's cold, but I can tell from the way she's bouncing up and down that she is undeniably excited for this fangirling she mentioned. It's usually one of her favourite parts. I'm sure a little ego boost will go a long way right about now. Ego boost, activate, power up. I can feel myself hopping back and forth slightly as well, but that's more out of a desire to keep my blood flowing, because I need it to survive. Thankfully, it isn't too long before I can see the silhouette of someone approaching through the storm. It's Bigfoot. We're all dead.
Oh, thank God.
He had nothing to do with this.
It's gotta be her, right?
Who knows? Could be someone out there to kill you.
Given that we're the only people out here, I really hope so.
As the girl gets closer, she gets easier to see. Yes, I can see her too. She's not exactly an imposing figure, but she moves with purpose. She's carrying a large thermos. which she raises in greeting as she approaches. She approaches. That's what she does. She approaches. She's an approacher. She approaches things. I went back. Whack! One of the first things I notice about her is that for some ungodly reason, she's not wearing a coat. All she's got on to protect her from the frigid weather is what looks like a hand-knitted sweater, much like Tara. They must be quite alike. Once she reaches the platform, she greets us with nothing more than a tired smile and a small nod. Not exactly the geeking out Tara was expecting. Oh well, poor thing.
Hey there, you two. Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, you're late. What took you so long? Her voice is friendly but flat. She sounds like she hasn't slept in days. Well, that can be arranged. We can knock her out right here. No one can be the wiser. Tara looks a bit taken back by how subdued she is. Recovering quickly, she puts on her big celebrity grin.
Oh, no worries. Are you Morgan?
Oh, I thought those yellow things on the redhead's hair were not clipped like her eyebrows. Okay.
That's right. It's really nice to meet you, Tara.
Morgan's smile seems to grow warmer as she greets her, but her face quickly regains a neutral expression a moment later. Is she dead inside? I can see Tara's smile faltering as she realizes that this is clearly the maximum amount of geeking out this girl is capable of. To her credit, she recovers well. HP boost, activate.
Likewise. Charmed, I'm sure.
Okay, maybe not that well. Tara extends a hand and Morgan gives her a brief handshake before turning to me. I have nothing to do with this.
You're Madison, right? I think we spoke online already.
Did we? I'm not aware of this.
Just Maddie is fine. Nice to meet you.
She shakes my hand as well. It's a firm, friendly handshake that ends as quickly as it began. Before she continues, she takes another sip from a thermo. Can't do the sound. I find myself wishing for a cup of coffee too.
It really is nice to meet the two of you. I'm sure you receive a lot of invitations, so I'm glad you were interested in mine.
Between you and me, secretly, we're desperate for the invitations. We're not really getting much lately. So, thank you.
Are you kidding? Remote village in the middle of a huge forest? There's no way I'd pass that up. I've heard all kinds of stories about the things you'll find in places like this.
Like trees. Trees that move. Trees that kill you. Trees are evil. But they keep us alive. I can say things.
Hopefully not too many, or I won't have anything new for you.
We'll see.
Oh, I'm sure you've got something I'll be interested in.
Real smooth, Tara. So much for being professional. Interest me more. I can see Morgan's mouth twitch slightly at the comment. I can only hope it was something closer to a smile than a grimace.
Tomorrow I can show you around the village. There isn't too much out of the ordinary there, but I'm sure you can find a few things that interest you.
That would be wonderful. We can go sightseeing when Tara isn't off chasing spirits around in the woods.
Don't worry, you'll probably get haunted. Nothing big. Morgan and I both smile. Tara flashes me a look of mock annoyance for the slight. But it's probably eating her up that I've gotten more of a reaction out of Morgan than she has.
It's about a half-hour's carriage
Yes, we're
ride
in
to the cabin
competition
if you
right
guys
now.
want to head out. Do you need help with your bags at all?
Yes, have them all. Tara lifts her bag, seeing Morgan another shiny grin. I'm pretty sure I see her accidentally flex her arms too.
Don't even worry about it. I got this.
Sure you do.
Okay, cool. This way.
As we follow her, I can see Tara pouting behind me. Pout, pout, pout. I've never seen the wind get taken out of her sails like that. Is she on a ship? Who knows? Maybe it's one of those snow ships. Never heard of it. At least that gives her another thing to think about besides my departure. Wait a second. Did she say carriage? I don't remember.
No way.
Calm down. We're standing in front of an honest-to-God horse-drawn carriage. If it weren't for the little white puffs of breath coming from the horses' noses, I'd be willing to believe that it was some sort of commemorative statue. Don't blink.
This is so cool. Is it yours?
It belongs to my family. Given that there aren't any roads through the woods, there isn't really a point to anyone out here owning a car.
Good point. I move closer, examining the craftsmanship as best I can in the moonlight. The design is fairly bare bones, but a few flourishes here and there, and some semi-ornate painted finishes make it clear that this was something built with love and care. Somehow, I'm the only one who seems intrigued by our ride.
Tara, come take a look at this.
As I speak, I look back and see her standing completely still, as if the cold has her rooted to the spot. Maybe she's turning into a tree. Can we expect this thing? Maybe it's a haunting, who knows?
Give me a sec. I'm just taking in the view a bit.
Oh, is she
from a
afraid?
distance.
Is she afraid of horses? She's trying to act nonchalant, but her wide eyes keep flickering toward the horses. Her previously genuine grin has turned into a very nervous grimace. Slowly inching forward, she scoots further away from the horses as she approaches the carriage. I doubt she planned for part of her first impression to be Morgan learning that she's absolutely terrified of horses. And with that, sorry, I've got to end it here. I've got to remove that card from the punch system and say goodbye. Cheers.